Yo, welcome back to another episode of Wake Up with Wops. I'm going to show you how to use intraday charts to get that sniper entry, no matter if you're a swing trader or a day trader. You guys know we like to look at the day chart. If you're a regular viewer of this channel, you're probably confused why we're using this type of chart, because this usually we do our analysis on the daily chart because we do swings. But looking at the daily chart here on lift, let's go over that trade. Broke out of a long-term range and then it was pulling back to the 9 EMA. We've had it on watch and we were waiting for that pullback to the 9 EMA, that blue line right there. So we saw it happening yesterday, and then I entered into my day trading platform or trading view layout. I like to have the day on the left and then the 5-minute chart on the right. So I saw there was some struggle at the 9 EMA when it pulled back. I looked at the chart, saw that this 5-minute chart, this candle, kind of potential bottom. We entered at 941, so this is the next candle we entered, and it's up and down the rest of the day. But we had the stop loss under the candle, so we weren't too worried. We got in with heavy size and little risk, so we rode that, and today we're up like 4 or 5%. I actually took 50% off. I sold, and then I made my stop loss at entry. And we got such a good entry that I'm not too worried. I want to continue holding that because it broke out of a long-term range. So I think it's going to have room to run. But basically that little concept of seeing the bigger picture on the day chart and then executing it on the 5-minute chart or the 15-minute chart, whichever one you like. I like this layout. If you guys want it, let me know. I'll put it in the description, or you could, in the comments, you could copy and paste. So going back to my positions, this is it on the daily setup. We're doing good. Sold 50%, move stop. We're going to continue holding for a bigger run, maybe to the 30s. XPRO. This is that energy stock we talked about in the last video. We thought it was breaking out, but it pulled back today. I'm not too worried though, because when we look at the bigger picture, which is the ETF ERX, you can see it broke out and then pulled back right to our 9 EMA, and then it showed as support. So I'm not too worried. As long as we show support here and then we continue going up, that should be good for our XPRO. Q2 is our China play. I'm not sure if I covered it in the last video, but I did talk about it on X. Go follow me, Wake Up with Wops. Right now we're above the 50 SMA, so I'm not too worried. If we violate that, then I'll probably sell before I get stopped. But hopefully we continue going up at the 9 EMA right there. The 20 SMA is our next resistance around 180. And then if we break that, we're going to continue going to our take profit around 190, 198. That's the top of the range where it started pulling back. Microsoft looking good. Consolidating in this range right here around 515, 510. Above the 50 SMA, you have the 9 EMA curling up right under the candle. I'm hoping for a continuation to the top of the range and take profits up there. AMD, above the 9 EMA and 20 SMA. We have the 50 SMA at 165, the 50-day average, which is this yellow line. We want to remount that level, and then we can continue going higher and then take profits whenever. I like AMD as a longer-term play. Maybe even put it on my long-term portfolio one day. Who knows? We'll see how it runs with semiconductors being hot. Let's look at SMH, which is a semiconductors ETF. You can see here breaking out of this flag. Lemonade bouncing off the 50 SMA, this yellow line. We were being in the negative after being up, went back down, but we held that 50 SMA around $50, which is, we love to see that. Remounted a 20 SMA today at 53, $54. We want a continuation up, and then we can hold for our longer term play as it's coming out of a bottom for Lemonade. Snow. We got this off a pullback to the 9 EMA. Then it's been choppy. You can see here, been chopping in this range, but at least it's above the moving averages. You have the 9 EMA curling up. I'm hoping we continue going to our target price at the top of the range around this area. Lastly, Roblox above where we want it to be, where the resistance is since it's IPO high. Look at that. It's looking like a beauty. We want a continuation here, maybe some consolidation above this or a breakout with the moving averages curling up. I'm loving that. We continue holding this, as if it breaks out, it might have some momentum to keep running. So that's it, showing you guys how I entered into my lift trade. I already took profits. That was a one-day trade. I used the 5-minute charts. You guys could use it for swing trades, day trades, whichever. we did a review of my positions. And that's it. Peace.